tonight on NCTV5, we'll be bringing you the game on the road at Tinora, where the Liberty Center Tigers will be tangling with the Rams here at Justin F. Caressel Stadium. Jim, a lot of new things going on here as we look around the stadium and see the plastic, a new track, new seating, new press box. So definitely a uplift, facelift, you might say, for the Tinora Rams. But our real concern is not the green and white, it's the orange and black. Tonight, Liberty Center comes in at 0-0 off a nice playoff, 11-2 playoff with the 3-game playoff run last year. Tigers returning to the playoffs after a couple of years where things didn't fall as everybody had hoped and expected. But new year, new life, a good senior class for an anchor for this ball team. The numbers a little down. Not a big Liberty Center team, but albeit, I think, a pretty rambunctious and wild unit at that. Gone are a good graduating senior class led by
Kurt Silvas,
Kurt Silvas and
Weimer
and Weimer, and so the Tigers will have some work to do, but they've got some boys that are ready to step up.
Oh, indeed they do, Spike. I think they've had a good summer camp, if you will, and boy, they're excited. This 205 version of the Tigers is led by 16 seniors. You mentioned they're counting on senior leadership, and I'll try and list those for you right now. Number 8, Brian Babcock. Number 15, Casey Bodenbender. Number 18, Ryan McClure. Number 20, Andrew Hill. Number 28, Paul Smith. Number 32, Tyler Carpenter. Number 34, John Greitman. Number 52, Matt Tamarine. Number 55, Andrew Quigley. Number 57, Mike Huffman. Number 59, Jordan Espinoza. Number 63, Derek Miller. Number 70, Deneb Foote. Number 73, Bob Black. Number 82, Jason Moeller. And number 85, Josh Kuzer. Now they're going to look to those seniors for true leadership and inspiration, and traditionally that's kind of where it's come from, Spike. You know, the guys that have been through the mill, they've paid their dues, maybe a lot of them on the reserve team in earlier times, but now they're seniors, and boy, they just can't wait to mix it up with the enemy, so to speak. But there's a lot of fire, a lot of hope, and the 205 campaign is going to begin in just a scant minute, and it's pretty warm here tonight, but it's great for the fans, and I'm sure the boys playing football aren't going to care one hoot whether they work up a good sweat out there tonight, Spike.
No, absolutely no way there, Jim. Good call. Out tonight, we've got Jordan Espinoza, who will be out this week for sure, and then next week he'll resume practicing. Spicer is out, and also Ryan McClure will be out for several weeks with that broken arm. So, of course, that doesn't help the Tigers in any way, shape, or form, but they've got a lot of kids going both ways, and I'm sure by now that they're tuned in, turned on, in shape.
Yep, exactly. Depth has always been a lingering coached trademark, if you will. Somebody goes down, gets nicked by the injury bug, or just, gets a little banged up somehow or other. There's always a sub. Just wait, hey, coach, I can do it, I can do it. And so, people just have to step up.
Okay, we'll give the defensive starting lineup for Liberty Center right now. Tinora won toss and elected to receive. Starting at the tackles, we've got Bobby Black, a senior, number 70. Derek Miller, a senior, number 63. At the defensive ends, we've got number 82, Jason Moeller, a senior, and number 64, Kyle Hesterman, a junior. The 4 linebackers starting tonight, we've got Seth Weekers, number 54, and Tyler Carpenter, number 50. Seth Weekers, a junior, and Tyler, of course, a senior. They'll be on the inside. On the outside, we've got number 23, a junior, Ryan Sager, and also Brett Babcock, who also will drop back in pass coverage. Brett, number 2, and a senior. The 3 defensive backs on the corners, we've got number 15, Casey Bodenbender, a senior, and Paul Smith, a senior, number 28. In the middle as a safety, Brian Babcock, number 8, a senior. All right, for the offense, we'll get that in quick. Starting at center, number 73, Bobby Black. Starting at the right guard, number 50, Tyler Carpenter, and at the left guard, number 57, Mark Huffman, who missed all of last season with an injury. At the tackles, we've got Derek Miller, number 63 on the left, Kyle Hesterman, number 64 on the right, and the two tight ends, number 82, Jason Moeller on the left, and number 15, Casey Bodenbender on the right side. Backfield, well, we'll get to that in a minute. Bobby Black to handle the kickoff chores. Opening play of the 2005 season, taken there at the 22-yard line. Smaggerino! What a hit!
Number 50, Paul Snow. Paul Snow, a freshman.
No, Tyler Carpenter. Tyler Carpenter, number 50.
Oh, that's Tyler? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
he's wearing 50 this year.
Yeah, that's right.
I think he was a 32 or something last year.
Well, the roster here in the, I don't know, the Northwest Signal had a misprint there for us, but we'll give Tyler Carpenter just due on that.
Well, Tyler was probably somewhere in the interior of that line. We can't bring that back and find out, but I tell you what, he come from out of nowhere.
Spike, thinking of
a return of only about 6 yards on the play. It'll be 1st and 10 at Tenora's own 20, we'll call it the 29-yard line. Give off that left offensive side. A little bit of a surge, and the ball up across the 30 to about the 33. We'll give them a gain of 4, 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Yeah, a lot of Tigers in on that stop there. Pretty good interior line play. You know, Spike, the last scrimmage the Tigers had against Anthony Wayne, I was particularly impressed with their defensive end play.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, I think that's going to be strong for us there.
Kyle Hesterman, yeah, number 64, a breath of fresh air for Liberty Center.
Boy, these are all wrong. Look at this number here.
Yeah.
Wow, well, we'll just throw this roster out.
All right, Tinora lines up in an I formation, quick two-step drop, pass out there, caught, up across the 35, breaks a tackle, and up around the 45-yard line. That'll be a 1st and 10 for Tinora.
Yeah, Casey had him locked up, which would have likely been short of the 1st down, but the momentum that the receiver had got him across the stick. So that pass clicks, and they retained possession.
Yep, that was one of those plays. Casey was the first one there. No other Tiger close enough to help on the assist. And it would have been close, Jim. He might have been right around that 1st down mark anyway. So.
Yep.
All right, Jim and I here, of course, back for season number 10 here on NCTV 5. Jim and I for season number 9 here on TV 5. All right, give to the up back, slips outside, now cuts to the outside. Brett Babcock comes across, assist by Paul Smith, but a gain of about 21 yards for Tinora.
Yeah, Tinora back showing pretty good speed. He had broken field to pick his way, but boy, that's some serious yardage there coming through the Tiger line of scrimmage there.
Well, Tigers defense against the run showed out pretty well, particularly in the game against Anthony Wayne. Anthony Wayne, a Division II, 3 school right in there somewhere. So Liberty did well in that regard, controlled the line of scrimmage, but Tinora with a couple of quick
Yeah, good play there. There wasn't much of a hole, and back takes her right in there to be met by Seth Weekers and a host of other Tigers.
Now I see Tate Slee, number 25, who is in the game now as a linebacker.
Yeah, he's been coming off an injury there. He kind of had limited duty in those scrimmages, Spike.
All right, Tigers line up in that 4-4 defense. Tinora now with the wing package left in motion right, I formation. Tate to the first back through, rolls out, tosses.
Yeah.
Came up out of his quarterback spot to pick that baby off, had a good read, and the Tigers back over.
Yeah, that was a very good defensive play there. And you know, they completed a pass near midfield for a first down in an earlier series, and maybe it was Casey just kind of sizing up the speed of those receivers a little bit. But at any rate, he got a good beat on that ball, and he says, why not the Tigers? And sets them up good right here at midfield, Spike.
No play action pass. He's got Smith. Smith dives for the football.
Yeah, fake inside into the line of scrimmage there, and then drops back and just off the outstretched arms of Paul Smith. But as we watch that play, we're gonna think we're gonna see a lot of that this year, Spike. Paul Smith is a guy that needs to have the ball.
Yeah, he's very quick, very elusive, great hands, soft hands. We had a little technical difficulty there, but that hopefully now is okay. Casey Bodenbender, of course, on that pick. You know, they ran play action, but Casey, senior defensive back that he is, didn't let that fool him and was right there for the pick. Yep. Now the give off the right side to Brett Babcock, following between Carpenter and Hesterman.
Yep.
On the play, inside the 45 to the 44.
Also powering through there for a block was Paul Smith.
Okay, now did I get that call right, Jim? Was that Babcock or was that Sager?
I think you're correct. I believe that was Babcock.
All right, that gives the Tigers a 3rd and 5 at Tenora's 44-yard line. All right, little inside reverse. No, fumble. Oh, my. Boy, I didn't see that. And the Tinora Rams are going to get a turnover of their own. They go up at the 8:18 mark of the first quarter, 6-0.
Yeah, I don't know whether he had control of that ball rolling that way. I did not see that unfold, Spike. He was running away from us. There was a good fake, you know, that little reverse action that the Tigers generally run so successfully, and somehow the green shirt comes out of there with the ball and just a waltz into the end zone.
All right, well, perhaps, Jim, a wake-up call for Liberty Center. Yeah, you had the call right. Looked to me like they were running that a fake off the inside reverse.
Yeah.
And sometimes some of the best laid plans of mice and men just kind of turn to horse doo-doo.
Yeah, well, that's the thing on TV5. People, when they see this rebroadcast, Spike, is going to see exactly what transpired. And the faking was so good, and of course them running away from us, we couldn't figure out precisely what happened.
Yeah, I was trying to pick out the football myself, but apparently one of the Rams had no problem.
Yeah. Well, turnover apiece so far, but the one the Tigers gave up constituted a quick score.
Okay.
Point after was not good, so the score will remain 6-0 Tinora after that turnover, which was about a 54-yard gallop in the other direction against the Tigers.
Well, Jim, we can tell it's our first game. I'm looking away, talking about the receiver and the cell phone and everything else, and they're up there lined up. And what'd they happen? They just pooched the kick, didn't they?
Yeah, he just plain missed it. Had real good pressure there, but I don't think the kicker hit it as squarely as he probably does in practice.
Okay, Liberty Center, 14 meetings with the Tinora Rams starting in 1991. Liberty Center has won 12 of those. And the Tigers have never lost to Tinora, and that's right. They have never lost to Tinora in a season where they made the playoffs. The two losses, 1995, Liberty Center went 5-5 that year, and in 2002, I believe they lost to the Rams.
Yeah,
that was a tough one at Liberty, where they came from behind in the fourth quarter, if you remember, with 2 touchdowns.
Spike, I think your memory is absolutely right there. And we will say that oftentimes Tinora just figures they've got a team, and generally do, you know, and a good team, albeit the Tigers seem to have their number. But this is the beginning of the campaign in a very important contest. Both teams would like to come out of here and put one in the win column right out of the start.
All right. Well, for Liberty, it'll be trial by fire here as they now trail 6-0. Here's the kick. We're going to have, I believe, an offsides call.
Yeah.
Back deep for Liberty Center, Paul Smith, Casey Bodenbender, and Brett Babcock.
Looked like the line of scrimmage was past the kicker. So they're going to put him back another 5 yards.
Illegal procedure on the Ram. Move the ball back 5 yards.
Tigers also have number 78, Jacob Perchlick, as he'll set up as one of the blockers on this kick return. Again, Casey Bodenbender, 15, Paul Smith, number 28, back deep, setting up now after the penalty on about the 20-yard line. So we'll see now, will Tinora kick to the speed, or will they maybe try to keep it away from Paul Smith? Paul, and I'm going to promise you fans this, an electrifying runner when he's going to get his hands on the football. I'm drooling, licking my chops, can't wait to see what Paul is going to bring to the table this year.
Oh, he can make a miss. They think they've got him, and then he can make a miss.
All right, Smith there at the 19-yard line. Returns straight ahead, got a little room, makes a little judder step, kicks it outside, stays on his feet, and he's off to the races. He's off to the race down the left sideline at the 30, the 20, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's a Tiger touchdown. It's a Tiger touchdown, Jimmy boy. Paul Smith lit it up. 81 yards for straight up the middle. He had a wall of blockers.
Yep.
Made a little cut to the outside, down the hash mark. He broke a tackle at the 40, and then baby, it was all over.
Spike, that's exactly the way it was. That's a good call on that. We've seen him do it in scrimmages. We know he has the skills, and boy, they created a kind of an avenue for him right up the center, and that's all he needed to get going, and then he made it over there to the sideline, and he evened things up right now at the snap of a fingers. Paul Smith.
Okay, Tigers set to go for the point after touchdown. It looks like Jason Moeller, number 82, the snapper, Brian Babcock, the holder, and of course Bobby Black with the kicking chores. Whistle on the play, blown dead before the snap, so, well, I don't know, something on the line.
Yeah, there looked to be a little movement there. Oh, they're going to call encroachment on the Tinora there.
Well, that'll
Yeah.
probably won't change things much, but now, of course, Liberty Center, you got to look at it two ways. Hey, we can take the easy point, get out of here with a lead.
Now you get a half the distance to the goal, so where would that put them there, Spike, on a point try
What, the
there?
yard and a half line, I guess you might call it.
Okay.
4 feet 6 inches. All right, they're going to go for the single point. Snap good, hold good, kick, hold down, kick up, and good. Bobby Black splits the uprights. That gives Liberty Center a 7-6 lead. 8:04 remaining here in the first quarter.
Oh, special teams working like a charm there. Paul Smith is going to be the man to watch from hereafter on punts and kickoffs, Spike.
Jim, it ain't legal. It ain't right. One touch of the football, 81 yards and a score.
We said earlier, that he needed to get the ball in his hands. Now, they tried to connect on a pass, which wasn't quite there, but, boy, if they can get him with a little green grass and the ball, there's going to be some exciting
Oh,
things.
yeah, Jimmy, the old green grass at home. All right, let's get a few sponsors here. We've got the Dugout with Stephen Catherine Parasini, Hill Asphalt Paving with Randy Hill, Dave's Auto Service right uptown in Tiger Town with Dave Perry, the Tiger Shop with Bob and Julie Shaddy, Trucker's Paradise with Lynn and Jerry Ripke, open every morning at 5 until 6 at night. And, of course, Jerry with her 57 kinds of wonderful homemade pies.
I'm talking pie there,
Oh,
Spike.
yeah, baby. I just ate there this morning, Jim. Bacon and eggs and potatoes, you can't beat it.
Can you have pie after breakfast?
Oh,
Spike?
well, you could, but that was plenty of cows already. Okay, also, we've got Holgate Metal Fab with Spangler, Pisanello's Pizza with Craig and Cherry Myers. They feature their twice-a-day buffet. And pizza to go for $1 when you're in a hurry. KK Collision with Kyle Kearns, state-of-the-art work there. Kyle really branching out, covering every facet of the automobile repair business.
Oh, indeed.
Sky Bank and Liberty Center. Speece Trailer Court with Rick Speece, an old Tiger football salt. Swanton Welding with Norm and Ryan Zeider. All right, here's the kick. Bobby Black, end over end. That's going to come down at the 18-yard line. Return right, got room. Horse collared and slammed down right there at about the 32.
I think Hesterman got a piece of him over there, number 64. Defensive end. But on the special teams, he was able to get an arm on him, but still pretty good field position for the Tinora Rams. Now, their first series, Tinora moved the ball very well, so we'll see if Tigers have made some adjustments across the interior there, Spike, to maybe put a cap on that running game.
On the kickoff team, another quick football player, number 20, Andrew Hill. Look for him to make some plays on the special teams.
Oh, there's a lot of Tigers that can't wait to mix it up in a big way there.
All right, Rams come out, little fake, kick inside, nothing to it, baby, that's a smackerino.
73 had a big piece of that action there.
Brought down by Black.
Yeah, Bobby Black.
Boy, Jimmy, you do that well because I have a hard time picking them out. Right now we're good because it's dry, we can still see the numbers, but the road uniforms, as we've said in the past, they look good to you because Landis, Utopia Burmeister on the camera, excellent as he is, can pan in close and pick up the good shots.
Yeah, we're quite a distance away from the action, but at least there's good contrast between the team colors tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
And that helps.
All right, I formation, double wide out to either side. Straight drop, quick drop, in trouble, has to throw it underneath coverage. Hesterman, the wild man, in on the bull rush with the hands in the face.
I'll tell you, that Kyle Hesterman can play some defensive end. He's very quick on his first couple steps, and he kind of blew a blocker away there and was able to launch himself at the quarterback and did as much as anything to spoil that pass. You know, as we look ahead and think, well, you know, eventually we'll have to play those folks on the other side of the river. A good rush is about as good as you can do against a pass. I mean, you need to cover things too, but if you can spoil his accuracy and delivery a little bit and get him thinking about the rush.
Okay, same formation, 3rd down and 12 from the 33-yard line. Here's a pitch out high, brought in with one hand. Good closure there.
Yeah. Couple guys had a shot at him, and they made him sort of, and all of a sudden here comes the fill, and that's Tiger defense to a T.
You know, and there again, we saw it last year, we're seeing it again. Tate Slee, number 25, just has a nose for the football.
Oh, he does.
You can't explain it, you can't describe it, but it's kind of like stink on crack. You know, that's the way it's going to be.
Well, anyway, he's a guy you want on your team. If you're choosing up sides and you're talking about a defensive interior player, you want Tate Slee there.
All right, from the 33 now, high booming punt. It's going to come up short, take a bounce. Tigers are going to get away from it, and they'll take over there.
Okay, Spike, a lot of the jitters ought to be over with. They've had a couple series, you know, they've banged on each other. They've had special teams play. They broke a good sweat and so forth. Now, hopefully, they can settle down and put a drive together here.
Yeah, I think you couldn't have said that any better because now at this point, you want to establish the ground game. Now you want to put your offense in gear, and obviously you want to get into the promised land, but the idea is let's grind it out. Let's have a sustained drive.
Get out there and execute and do what we've practiced for, what we've done in scrimmage, and let's just, everybody has a job and assignment and to do it. And
all right. Paul Smith now in motion going left. Here's to give the Slee off the left side. Follows his body. Across the 35 and up to the 48-yard line.
There was some good blocking up there to the left of center as he got through that line, but then some nice running by Mr. Slee, knowing what to do with that pigskin, Spike.
Now, that's, again, good instincts there. He cutting off that left, like you said, cut it back up inside behind the block. And out there for the 16-yard gain we'll call. That'll make it 1st and 10 at the Liberty Center's own 47-yard line. Now Smith in motion again. Here's the pitch in the backfield. Give it to the horse.
Yeah.
Down inside the 40-yard line.
Yeah, a couple nice blocks right there when he had to have them, but wow, just making his way right up there. And you know, when he gets ahead of steam and has that shoulder and head lowered a little bit, there's probably a lot of defensive backs that are thinking, boy, I don't know if I want this guy. Anyway, the ball's moving in the direction that we'd want it to.
Up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. line, a gain of 14 yards to Slee with 2 carries for 30 yards.
Yeah, good line of scrimmage work, too, there. The offensive line, you know, unsung heroes, but, boy, they're important. You got to get them started.
Smith in motion, deep pitch to Smith, follows a block, now cuts it outside, behind Miller and Babcock, down the sideline, stays on his feet and all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah, number 63, pulling guard there, Derek Miller, kind of leading that play around there, and boy, that's just what you like to see, guards with some speed, that when they can turn the corner, and I mean, they're leading interference, and sometimes even though they don't throw a block, excuse me, that's a path for that ball carrier to foul.
Yeah, he had Miller in front of him, along with Brett Babcock.
Yeah, number 2 was out there.
He got out there, he read the interference, read the defense, and kicked it outside and picked up 22 yards. Now the pitch to Smith, right side. He's got running room. Follows a great block. Stays on his feet. He's into the end zone. He's into the end zone again.
Yeah, Paul Smith showing mid-season form for picking his way, Spike. He knew when to ease up on the throttle just a little bit to let things develop, and then he could give her a little, and then there he was. I mean, he is going to be a premier back to reckon with throughout this season.
Oh, my. I mean, 16 yards away. He simply followed his interference.
Yeah.
And Jim, I couldn't pick out the number because I'm trying to watch Paul Smith at the same time. Somebody threw a tremendous block at about the 6-yard line, took 2 defenders out. Paul Smith just waited and danced into the end zone.
Absolutely, and you know that's been the mark of great Tiger backs through the years. The really good ones.
All right, low snap, good grab, good hold, pick this up and good. Bobby Black 2 for 2. Tigers lead 14-6. A big extra point there.
Yeah.
Tigers lead by an all-important 8 as opposed to just 7.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of people saying that the Tigers didn't have a kicking game. Well, don't ever count a Rex Linger coach team out. You know, they talk, they won't kick, they won't kick. What happens? We kick the first 2 scores, and they were very methodical, good through the uprights, put a point on the board.
And Jim, you cannot underestimate how important being able to convert, and especially on our first 2 scores, that lays the groundwork for confidence throughout the whole season.
Yeah.
For Bobby, for Jason Moeller, the snapper. Jason, low snap there, but
Babcock, yeah.
With the great recovery,
yeah.
got it down. Bobby just simply
yeah.
Waited, got it through.
Yeah. Getting back to our really good running backs that the Tigers have had a string of through the years, they will not outrun their blockers. If you've got interference ahead of you, you got to let them work. And if you do that, then they love it and they try all the harder. You know, like rather than just go downfield and, well, what's the use? He's not going to follow me, or he's, you know, going to make a cut this way or that way. I mean, they'll bust their tail for you if they know that it counts and that you believe in them. And he showed through a couple of plays here tonight that's exactly the caliber of back he is, Spike.
Let's go back to the play when he followed Derek Miller and Babcock. He could have kicked it back up inside where they threw the blocks and he had a seam, but he saw the field, and instead of going where maybe the defense expected him, he cut it outside. All right, here's the kickoff now. Coming up, taking it over the 20-yard line, he turns straight ahead, and hitting top right there. Let's see who made that initial.
I believe Hesterman's getting off that again. Well, I think he had some help. Heffliner, they're going to, Heffliner and Hill gets credit there too, but I tell you, the Tigers close hard when they see a return coming, Spike. I mean, they're just playing all over that ball carrier. Carpenter made a swipe at him, didn't quite get him, but a couple other Tigers right there to make it happen.
Okay, Derek Miller, was that?
Yeah.
All right, now Tinora puts a man in motion, give off the right side, and tripped up there by Slee, just a yard beyond the line of scrimmage, but he falls ahead for a gain of about 5.
At the 40-yard line, gain of 6 on the play.
All right, that'll bring up 2nd down, and we'll call it 5 yards to go. The nose of the football just short of Tenora's own 40-yard line. Now they come back to that same I formation, wide out to either side, and tight end on the right side. Quick drop, 2-step, fire over the middle, caught, first down Tinora.
Yeah.
Tackled by Bowden.
complete.
I think with those big, tall wide receivers that they would, or split ends, I guess I'm not sure how they come out of the huddle there. I think they'd like to pass, Spike. Tinora likes to put the ball in the air if they've got a talented quarterback, and if he has time and can pick his way, that's what he's going to try. But, you know.
You see there a lot of what we see from our friends to the south. That time, a quick 1 or 2 step drop.
Right.
And you know, when they stay with that, it's hard to get the pressure.
It's very hard to defend against that.
But on the other hand, an old Tiger coach used to say, hey, let them dink and dunk all they want. 2, 3 yards, 5 yards, sooner or later.
Seagull right up the middle,
Picking his way
across
through
the 45-yard line into about
25, Slee got him, but not till after a good gain there.
Slee and Boatbender
All
on the
right,
carry.
Rams pick
Throw
up,
on the tackle.
we'll call it 8 on the play. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 2.
Gain of
Ball
9 on the play.
Center's 43-yard line. Well, so far the Tigers have been susceptible
Second
to a
and
couple
2,
of
second and 1.
few big runs here. But Tiger defense, first game of the season, will have to rise to the occasion. Now they fake that thing inside.
Nothing doing. Number 50 in there, Carpenter, and also Hesterman.
You know,
Slee in there also.
Harrison on the carry.
we're going to be saying his name a lot this year. Tom
Yeah.
44,
Fry,
he's
who
playing
writes the
Carpenter.
Liberty Press stories for
And
the
a
Tigers
loss
and
of
fills
1
in
on
here
the play.
occasionally, as he will be
Third
doing
and
next week. For me, I'll be out of town. You know, he's been high on Kyle Hesterman even last year with Kyle playing JV football. He said this kid is the real deal.
Okay.
And sure enough, as we
Oh.
see him in several plays.
Oh, I'm seeing it. Hey, comment there. Does he have a couple sisters that were excellent athletes in
Same one. Oh, broken play. Tigers all over that.
good?
That's gonna bring up.
Yeah, Brett Babcock even coming up on that. There are plenty of Tigers making the play there.
Yep, all it took was maybe a broken play in the backfield.
Led
Liberty
by
Center,
Brett
like you said, all over
Babcock.
that. That'll bring up 4th down and about a short 5 yards. Ball at the 47 at Liberty Center. Now Tinora faced with a decision. Last year, Jim, I was looking at the game tape, and they had a couple of opportunities in the first half, and they punted from around the midfield area. Now we'll see what they're looking at here.
Jacob Gherkin
Liberty
and
Center leads it with
formation.
2:02 left first period by the score of 14-6.
Smith and Brett Babcock deep.
All right, PA there. Uh-oh. That might be a time penalty when it comes from the back judge there. So now Tinora
Flag
will
on
be
the
back
play.
on 5 yards, and they'll be forced to punt from their own 48.
Huh. What was that? What was the call there?
Yeah, it took too much time.
Yep, delay a game.
Tinora moves
About the
the
only
ball
call
back
you'll ever see from that
5
guy way
yards
back
farther
there
to the 48.
with Smith and
So he's got the clock. He's got to watch.
maybe a pass interference call once in a while.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, low snap, picked up clean. Low punt. Babcock going to let it bounce a couple times. Roll, spins,
Brett
Babcock
Babcock
picks
picks
it
the
up.
ball up
Nice
at the
nice cut there.
25-yard
After blocked by
line,
Smith.
and it's
It
brought
bounces
down
way back up to the 25-yard line.
All right, Tigers, with the help of that penalty, got decent field position here, Spike. The penalty against the Rams for delay a game, you know, walked them back 5 yards, and then a little bit of a return there. And so they're set up, on the 25?
And I'll tell you what. Got it.
Give to Slee.
Just a quick inside handoff there.
Another few technical difficulties.
But straightened up.
31.
Well, if the audio isn't what it ought to be, we're gonna trust that the camera work has been excellent, and will start off to be exactly that for this first game of the season, Spike.
All right, Slee picks up 4 yards off that right side behind Hesterman and Carpenter. That'll bring up 2nd down and 6. Ball at the just over the 30-yard line. Babcock drops back to throw. Throwing deep for Moeller. Moeller in a dogfight, a great pair of hands.
Wow.
Moeller went up and literally took the ball away from the defender at the 40. And the Tigers in business in Tinora territory. Torrey.
Yeah. Jason Moeller, I think he's the last of the Moeller family there. Karen and Dave, parents that produced quite a football dynasty there from Liberty Township. Anyway, Jason run that route, and that ball was coming. The line gave Babcock plenty of protection. He had time. Launched that ball out there, and Jason says, that's mine.
All right. Slee on the left takes the pitch, now fumbles, picks it up, or falls on it, excuse me. Now the Tigers keep possession. A 32-yard reception for Moeller, and the defender had position on him, Jim.
Yeah,
Moeller literally took the ball away.
Yeah.
And if you remember, it was at Delta last year, and a huge TD reception for about 12 yards. Moeller, a great one-hand grab as he reached up over his shoulder and hauled it in.
I can visualize that, Spike. In fact, talking with his parents tonight coming in here, I was asking if we were going to see a good TD reception by Jason Moeller, but boy, that was a dandy right square in the middle of the field there.
All right, that's the end. Tigers looking line, and we'll get here at the quarter break. We've got the where are we at here? We've got Swanton Welling with Ryan Norm and the other Norm Zeider. Meyer Badenhop Insurance with Glenn and Marge with Glenn Badenhop in Napoleon, Bob and Marge Jurassics in Liberty Center. The Liberty Center Boosters, Ken and Robin Carpenter. Liberty carry out with John McClure. Timbo and Water Hauling Service. The Henry County Bank with Bill Wendt. Schaefer Truck and RV Sales and Rentals with Terry and Todd Schaefer on road between Liberty, Wauseon, and Delta. Another old football salt. Miller Brother Trucking, located in Napoleon. Eon Industries in Liberty Center with Judy Leininger and Dawn Bender. Mitchell Farm Equipment. Of course, our next one, B.A. Miller and Sons Trucking with Norma Miller. L. Babcock Plumbing and Heating with Bill Tiplady, Dan and Francis Brown. Davis Farm Services in Delta and Liberty Center with Karen Howell there. We've got the Liberty Center Consulting Group, Mark and Jody Bly. Also, I want to mention John Slagle, also a sponsor, and also in memory of good old Donnie Sharp for those stinking rotten, no good yellow flags.
Spike, what about the Porch Group? And then there's some pinochle players there. Have they weighed in yet?
Second and 14
the pinochle
to 41.
Kirby and Duke and Paul Bosselman and all the boys. Lonnie Dissett, the names on it.
Oh, touchdown!
Tigers got that passing game working. Casey Bodenbender kind of had his hand on the defender a little bit, but it was just incidental contact, and I truly think it was. It just, he kind of waved at him a little bit there, but wow, what a nice pass, and Tigers making it look easy right now.
Jim, I'm telling you what, that's a 41-yard bomb, a little play action right off the get-go. I'm still sitting here concentrating on sponsors, and the Tigers score their third touchdown with just 9 seconds elapsing in the second period.
Yeah, and you can't get a quarterback to do that without a little time, so that offensive line is doing their job, Spike.
Good snap, good hold, kick up, and didn't quite get everything in sync, just skitters underneath the crossbar. So at the 11:51 mark, period number 2, and Tinora 6. Jim, let's go back. I mean, some of these plays, Paul Smith
Returns a kick off 81 yards with a bundle of moves, some great blocking at several points, and then it's Paul Smith
again from
I believe about 16 yards out, and we'll see it on the tape, or you've
already seen it now. That great block on the right side as he was already through the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
And right here,
we saw
Jason Moeller with the great grab out there at midfield.
Big pass.
And now we see Casey Bodenbender, the same thing. I mean, here again, Casey, it was a battle. It just wasn't
wide open, hit me in the gut.
Yeah.
He had to outbattle. Oh, he did. He's in the end zone with a good move.
Well, Casey Casey has deceptive speed. We've seen him from another season where you see him running that route. He gets some separation, and Babcock, knowing that, got that ball up there where just Casey could grab it. But boy, I tell you, the yards are piling up for the passing game here for the Tigers.
Yep. And now, as we look at the team so far, at the weapons. Now, last year you've got Weimer up the middle, and you've got Silvas as your scat back to go anywhere and everywhere.
Yep.
And a limited passing game, although we had some big plays with Paul Smith and Casey Bodenbender. But this year, holy mackerel, everything is just blowing forth, manifesting itself in a way that, I mean, the possibilities are.
Yeah, it's true. There looks like a lot of Tigers that, given the opportunity and getting their hands on the ball, can make something happen. Tate Slee did some good, hard running, yards up the middle, and
he's get you those. Not just fullback yardage, but breakaway fullback type running. And we haven't even seen a lot of Brett Babcock yet. And we know how dangerous he is on the inside reverses and the middle. Now a return. Gets up. And Andrew Hill, number 20. I told you that young man was going to make some plays. He was the last bastion of hope for the Tigers.
Well,
he was Johnny on the spot.
Yep, just about. I think Hesterman might have had one more try at him there, but Andrew Hill says, hey, look, I got you cornered between here and the sideline, and you're going to get tackled.
Well, that's right, and that's why you've got guys like that. Hill probably doesn't weigh more than 140 pounds soaking wet, but you've got to have that speed, and the guys like that make plays keeps you in the ball game.
Oh,
you cannot stress that enough.
Yep, tenacity is just overwhelming. You can't hardly get those guys blocked, or if you've got them blocked, they don't stay blocked.
All right, now the Tigers force Tinora to come out of that
reverse number
to the
3.
second back. And not much running room there, maybe a yard on the play.
Yep.
Great job. Denham foot at the bottom of the pile.
I think Babcock's in on that too, number 2.
Gain of 1 on a play, a well-deserved one.
Denham foot's another one, that he's kind of banged up, so he's kind of play to play here.
Yep, one of those seniors that they count on heavily to kind of show the way.
Andrew Quigley, number 55 in the ball game, at more or less a nose guard in that setup.
Yeah. 64.
Put a muzzle on that guy.
Yep.
What an animal.
Hesterman was there on that side, gets credit for the sack and the great loss there that nails the Tinora, but coming from this side, Jason Moeller was right there too. So I tell you what, we're going to have some defensive end play, Spike. That's very clear.
Jimmy, oh boy. Now, if you're the offense, you know this Hesterman's a wild man. You want to try to stop him. You want to try to beat him at his own game.
Yeah.
They may look to dump over him.
Exactly.
Maybe run right past him. Now we'll see how the Tigers adjust when that situation comes up sometime.
If they can smell a rush where he's taking a direct route to the quarterback, then that leaves that outside a little unprotected.
All right, they get it off. What a defensive job there. Almost stripped by Paul.
Oh,
now we've got a stinking, rotten, no good yellow flag, a late flag.
Anyway, Paul Smith had that pretty well defense, and there was pressure here too, but he did throw a strike out there, and the taller Tinora receiver was able to reel that one in.
I got caught up in Paul Smith's near interception. I think tackle was made Miller and Hesterman. Not sure. All right. What do we have on that, Jim? A piling?
Well, no, they call it a personal foul on the Tigers over there along the sideline. I didn't see any extracurriculars, but he did catch the pass, and Paul Smith almost could get a hand on it, but Tinora receiver had more of it than Paul did, so anyway, the result was a pretty good gainer there for the Rams.
Well, there must have been a hit.
Yeah, and I don't even think Paul was in on it. There was another Tiger coming up from the secondary there that, kind of got in the action a little bit, but the camera work will show it.
Yep. All right, 9:50 to go, second period, Liberty 20, Tinora 6, but Tinora has the ball on the 29-yard line. Give off that left side, and there's a fumble by the Tigers. Up in front, return on the fumble.
82, that's Jason Moeller with that loose ball.
Boy, I didn't know Moeller. Boy, he was burning them up there, baby. Those yard markers were falling by the wayside.
Oh, I think his brothers have got that guy in football shape this year, Spike. Kevin and Todd played a lot of football for the Tigers over the years. And I asked them, I says, is Jason ready to go? And they said, well, he better be. And we see that he is.
Boy, some great hits again by that hard-charging Tiger defense, forcing a fumble. And I tell you what, I couldn't even keep up with Jason. He was knocking off those 10-yard markers every 0.6 of a second.
He was.
You know how fast that is, Jim? That guy, that's world-class sprinter speed.
I don't know, but he was going through them.
All right,
There
set
we
good.
go.
Kick is good by Bobby Black. Tigers lead it now. Off a turnover, 60-yard, approximately. Maybe it was about not 61, but 56. I guess it doesn't matter. Tigers lead it 27-6. A big turnaround in a game where all of a sudden Tinora, with a big pass play, a 15-yard penalty on Liberty Center, they had the ball challenging the Tigers and maybe going to turn this into a one-score game. All of a sudden, Jim, baby, forget it.
Yeah, they had a running play, Rams did, off on the Tigers' right side. Boy, there was some ferocious hitting over there on the right defensive line there at the Tigers, and somehow or other that ball comes loose, and Jason Moeller had it with some, blockers, a pack of Tigers that ushered him into the end zone.
All right, set to go for the kickoff. Bobby Black delivers a low line drive, end-over-end kick, down to the 15-yard line. It's off a block, and the Tigers swarming all over the ball. Again, Jim, not sure.
Yeah, 54 had a good piece of that action.
Seth Weekers. Well, they give credit in the PA system. Spotter over there gives that to Bobby Black, the kickoff man.
That was a nice kick. It didn't have a lot of height, but it had some drive on it. And the Tinora Rams, not the best of field positions.
Well, and the Tigers doing a tremendous job of coverage on the kickoffs.
Yeah, that's indicative of a team that really wants to play some football, Spike. I mean, special teams, they just can't wait to get out there and mix it up, and that's what you got to have.
All right, Andrew Hill, number 20 out there as a defensive back. Here's the give off the left side. Not anything there. Pounding into Jason Moeller and Bobby Black's side of the ball, along with Weekers. Wes
55,
Shoemaker.
55, Andrew Quigley had a big piece of that action.
All right, also is in there as a defensive back, a sophomore, number 4, Wes Shoemaker, another promising player for the underclassmen football player for Liberty Center. Yeah, Shoemaker back there as the swings to this side. As the Rams show a wide set to this way. Now the quick pass underneath, high, and wrapped up and tackled. We're going to have a little. Andrew Hill showed no mercy, baby. Stuck the headgear in his gut.
Yeah.
That guy didn't like it.
No, number 3 still jawboning him at him as he's walking by. So what are you doing that? I couldn't catch that pass.
Well,
Hill says, yeah, but you came into my territory,
Yeah.
and you are the enemy.
he may not want to catch the next one either after that. All right, into the game now. Coming out, excuse me,
77.
number 77, Joe Honacki.
Also 78 sprinting off.
Excuse me. All right, dropping back, rolling right, tosses out there, caught on a little underneath screen, breaks one tackle, finally brought in the wide open territory by number 3, Derek Hefflinger. Only a sophomore, but seeing some playing time here for the Tigers. Good open field hit, first down for the Rams with the ball up at their own, just across their own 43.
Yep. 55, Andrew Quigley out there in the middle. He's doing some middle linebacking there.
The Tigers this year will come out in the standard kind kind of like a pro set, 4-4-3, but the linebackers will mix things up according to the situation, and of course they can drop off the extra defensive back if situation need be. Now the Tigers show a 5-man front. They try to go off the left side, and once again, not much running room there at all. The Liberty Center defense, Jim, either stops them for no gain or a loss. Only thing that only blemishes a couple of bigger plays for about 20 yards, but overall Liberty's defense quite sound.
Oh, I think so, and there's a lot of fresh players in this 2005 edition of the Tiger team, and a few misjudgments there early on, but boy, they're tightening down here lately.
All right, Carpenter, one of the linebackers, moves to this short side of the field. Slee on the other side up at the line of scrimmage. We've got a flag. Slee all over that. Hit! Oh, laid the receiver. Gain of about 5 on the play. Got a flag in the backfield.
Yep, I think that's going to go against Tinora. I believe they'll be going. Yeah, that's a call. Motion there is going to set them back 5 yards.
Well, the Tigers keeping the Rams more or less on their heels. The Rams' only score was that, what was it, about a 60-yard fumble return.
Yep. Yeah, we were kind of even, a turnover apiece there, but Tigers have gotten into executing and getting their offense really rocking and rolling. Spike.
Right. Tiger defense, has given up maybe 3 bigger plays, but yet for the most part they have really snuffed out any continuing drive.
I would think the Rams would be a bit frustrated on not knowing how to face up to this seemingly quicker Tiger defense, Spike.
All right, single setback, 3 receivers spread wide to this side, drops back, pressure by Moeller, and he had nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Throw that into the nickel seats, incomplete. Yeah. That'll bring up 3rd down.
There was no way he knew that there was a receiver there. He just had to get rid of it or he was going to eat it for about a 10-yard loss. Defensive end play, Spike.
Oh, absolutely, Jim. That's been a big key tonight, as you point out. Moeller and Hesterman, and that time Moeller able to fight through a couple of brush blocks.
Yeah.
When you've got that many receivers out there, somebody's got to stop the defensive end. I'm sorry, and they didn't. And Jason Moeller with that bull rush had a wide open lane.
With the quickness they've got, teams have got to commit some blockers to stopping those guys, and that opens it up for other defenders.
Motion left, give to the lone setback, hit right away by Hesterman, but that was a fake handoff to the inside. Boy, 43 took a lick. Hesterman laid one on him.
Yeah.
All right, no gain on the play.
Number 3. Yeah, number 3 got in that action there too.
Derek Hefflinger. This is good because the Tigers are able to use a lot of players, get a lot of people to feel for what it's like to be out there when it counts.
Exactly.
And that's going to prove out big throughout the year. We saw what injuries did to the Tigers' defensive ends last year.
Yeah.
They were out in the key part of the season, but a few adjustments, and the Tigers went right on. Now, poor Pooch. That's going to hit at the 41. Babcock makes a nice cut side, twist, turns, and gets down across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A return of, we'll call it 14 yards, and the Tigers don't lose much field position there, maybe about 8 yards on the exchange, and with 6:09 to go in the second period, Tigers in excellent position to tack on another score.
Oh yeah, starting your drive on the opponent's or inside the 50-yard line, going toward the opponent's goal line. Boy, that you can do a lot of things with that short field position, Spike.
All right. Paul Smith spread out wide to the right. Here's the give to Babcock. Babcock weeding his way through the line of scrimmage into the secondary and down near the 35-yard line. We're going to call it a gain of 9. It'll be 2nd down and 1.
I believe Bob Black had a good block in there just off the line of scrimmage, number 73.
Well, Liberty Center thus far, once they had a time, you know, we talked about it after the 7-6 score, that the Tigers needed to establish themselves, and ever since that point, they have ruled the roost at the line of scrimmage.
They have, and there's names that we're not calling, but they're doing their jobs because there's holes for the backs to run through.
Here's the give to Babcock again, breaks a tackle, and up close to a first down. We'll wait for the spot, and I believe Babcock may have picked it up.
Lost his hat in that exchange there, but he's all right.
Well, and now let's take that play and pick that out. Tinora doing, you know, a little stunting here. They gambled and they came up big. They met Babcock at the line of scrimmage. He had enough to power his way for the first down, a gain of 1.5 yards. But now Tinora gambling, and the Tigers now in a position that they can take advantage of these stunts, rushes, blitzes.
Yeah, sometimes defenses will resort to that, Spike, but boy, that's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, we've got Slee on the right, Babcock on the left. Slee takes the pitch, battles straight ahead, picks up on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7 from the 30, we'll call it the Tinora 33.
The interference had that strung out pretty good. If they could have gotten by that one green shirt, Spike, I think he'd be running yet.
Yep. Well, let's look at our guards, for example. Tyler Carpenter and Mark Huffman. Now, those two are not household names when you come to the WWF, Big Time Wrestling, or any whatever associations in power right now. They're not big people, but they're getting the job done. These are guys that are hungry to play. You got to love the way Tyler Carpenter plays for Liberty Center. All right, here's the give to Smith. Smith power spins, drives down inside the 30 to about the 20. Well, now Tigers are going to get a bad spot. All the way back to the 29. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3.
But even with that spot, he was tackled 3 yards the other way. He just spins and his momentum and so forth. He actually got about a 3-yard gain after he was hit.
All right, Casey Bodenbender spread out wide to the far side. Slee the lone setback. Here's in motion was Smith. Give to Slee. Slee simply takes the handoff off the right side behind Bobby Black at center. Tyler Carpenter at guard. Hesterman on that right and pounds his way ahead for about 8. That's a Tiger first down. Boy, I don't know. Let me look. I think I might have lost track of that. That 9 yards. 9 yards on the play. So it'll be a first down right at the 20-yard line of Tinora. 3:38 to go here in the second quarter, and if you're just joining us, it's Liberty Center 27, Tinora 6.
Time of possession has been all Tigers.
All right, under center, Brian Babcock. All right, give on a little cross buck. Babcock, 4-3. It's a Tiger touchdown! Boy, Jimmy, I tell you, they give it to him off that left side behind Mueller and Derek Miller. And he simply split the seam and was gone.
Yeah, senior quarterback Brian Babcock doing some nice ball handling there, too. I mean, that's so slick, you don't know who's got it, where it is, whatever. But, boy, Brett Babcock, be his cousin, right?
Oh, yes. Yep, first cousins.
Man, oh, man, he knew what to do with it. He was heading for that edge of the end zone, and indeed he got there.
Yep, Brett, that all-purpose football player. He can play defensive back. He can play linebacker, tough as nails. He's quick. All right, good snap, good grab, good hold. Kick is up. Booming through the uprights. Whoa. Boy, that must have kind of softened off to the left. Boy, from here, I guess we don't have an angle. And
yeah, I thought that was good, Spike. Maybe he got it plenty of elevation on that. Maybe the officials are used to seeing it stay down there closer to the crossbar.
All right, so at the 3:19 mark, Liberty Center solidly in control here. They lead at 33-6. Tigers prepare that kickoff team. We'll try to pick out some of the numbers. We've got 23, Ryan Sager, a junior. And, of course, you've got the wild man, Hesterman.
Oh, Andrew Hill's going to be out there
absolutely.
After it, too.
All right, straight down the center of the field, taken there at the 20. Little kick to one side. Oh, man, wow! Down at the bottom of all that.
Well, number 3.
Yeah, Derek Hefflinger,
yeah,
somebody, he stood him up. He
That's
got him
right.
down around the ankles, and somebody else
Yeah.
really stood him up and laid him down.
Yeah, but boy, I tell you, number 3 went after him and sort of set the table, if you will, and here comes the more Tigers,
man.
and they leveled him.
Yeah, and once again, the Tigers hold Tinora inside the 30-yard line. So, again, good coverage. I'm not sure who the broadcasting booth had for the tackle, official tackle, but I'm sure Landis with his TV5 camera picked it up. All right, little doodad fake, and crunching in there, Bobby
73.
Black from his tackle position.
Yeah.
Boy, and then there's another young man that's kind of stepped to the forefront, Bobby Black. When the Tigers need him most, here's a senior man on playing both tackle positions on either side of the ball.
Yeah, they got
really
him,
stepping up.
and they've got him listed at 210 pounds, but whatever he is, he's quick for a lineman there. Man, he was across the line of scrimmage and got a piece of that runner right now.
Yes, he's made some bruising hits and crushing tackles. All right, we've got a timeout down on the field. 3:03 to go, first half. Tigers 33, Tinora 6. And you can fight your dad to see who the other Norm is. All right, back action here. A little quick flip, tipped at the line of scrimmage. I'm not sure who got their paws up there. Could have been Derek.
Tate Slee says some of the fans here.
Okay. I was going to say Derek Miller, 63, was in the vicinity.
63 was right there. Too.
But nevertheless, good job there. Jim, that's one of the things you're taught as a defensive lineman. When
Yeah.
he's back to pass, get him up.
Exactly. If you don't need your hands to fight that block off, and you go in there with your arms up, and that just becomes more interference to throw that ball through.
Exactly, and I tell you what, that's pretty rough when you see that or have that sea of arms. That brings up 3rd and 11, back inside the 30, rolling hard, in trouble, has to throw it away. Great pass rush,
Yeah.
oh my.
Oh, I didn't catch that. I was enjoying the pressure there by number 82.
Yeah.
Great burst of speed there. Just.
Well,
really
again, he's got world-class sprinter speed, Jim. Like I said, I had him timed at about 6/10 every 10 yards.
Clipping those yard markers.
Yeah, on that fumble return. The only thing I can think of there is they may call that a late hit. He had gotten rid of the ball, and maybe Moeller carried his tackle through. That's about the only thing I can see. And, I mean, it didn't look like a dirty play. Or
I was wondering if there was something back here where the receiver was running his route. Oh,
Yeah.
personal foul. Oh, yeah, that was against Tinora.
Aha!
Yeah.
Aha! Well, the pass
As
rush
there-
did manifest itself
Exactly.
quite
I
well.
don't know if we have a statistic for that, but if not, there should be, where a defensive end or any other rusher creates a penalty like that, because I tell you, that quarterback was completely befuddled, because all he saw was 82 bearing down on him, and he wanted to get rid of that ball.
Yep, now the ball back around the 12, and Tinora with 4th down, forced to punt.
Oh.
End over end punt. Babcock there to take it at the 38. Works his way up the sideline, makes a cut, and finally going to be hauled down by about 8 Tinora Rams. A return of about, we'll call it about 7 or 8 on the play. And with 2:40 to go, the Tigers are working their way into a position to maybe lay a haymaker on the Rams. Ball at the marked just inside the Ram 31.
You know, Spike, talking about Tiger teams closing out a half, I'm sure you can call to memory many times when there's been like just a minute or just a little more where the Tigers just take her right down and stuff her in, which is crushed.
Oh, yeah. All right, lone setback. 5, we've got, now they're going to give it to Slee straight ahead. Slee twisting, bind forward inside the 30 to about the 27. We'll give him a gain of, we'll call it maybe 4 on the play. And we've got an injured Tinora Ram. That time the Tigers had Casey Bodenbender, number 15, and Paul Smith spread out there wide to the right. So we kind of figured, hey, they're going to work on some big plays here. But no, they gave it up the middle.
Yep.
So we've got a timeout on the field with the injury. Also, I want to mention Jerry Miller, father of Derek Miller, number 63. And thanks a lot, Jerry and family, for sponsoring your son here on TV5 for $10 for the season. Anybody listening wants to get their name on there, wishing their son good luck, get a hold of me and we'll see what we can do. So with the timeout for the injury, we'll be back. Tigers lead at 33. The line of scrimmage, Tigers with the ball at the 27-yard line at Tinora. Slee the lone setback, Smith in motion. Here's a give straight ahead, now Slee kicks it outside, throws a straight arm, stays on his feet, twists and pounds, and drives down near the 20-yard line, inside the 20-yard line to the 18, and that's going to be a gain of about 9 on the play and a Tiger first down. Clock running, well, stopped momentarily, shows 2:09 to go, so time not a factor here as the ball rests on the 17. All right, we've got Casey Bodenbender spread wide to the right, Paul Smith in the slot, Slee the fullback, and Babcock the running back on the left side. Tigers with a tight end left formation. Here is the give to Babcock, pounds and drives straight ahead. Gain of about, we'll call it 3 or 4 on the play. That behind Derek Miller and Mark.
Yeah, that Mark Huffman, I tell you, Spike, that's a story all by itself, where he was injured to the point where everyone thought, no more career, and yet, boy, he rehabilitated himself, and he's out there having his time. He's got to love that.
What a thrill for him to be back on the field. Tigers with a standard set here, give to Babcock, and Tinora gambling, knifing through, throwing Babcock for a loss. It's going to bring up, I believe, a 3rd down and 10. Ball back at the 17-yard line, 1:02 to go here in the first half.
Plenty of timeouts if the Tigers choose to pull the string here.
Yep, and the Tigers content to let it run.
Yeah.
Clock 50 seconds here. 3rd down and 10. We've got Casey Bodenbender spread wide to this side. Paul Smith over on the short side. Here is the deep pitch to Smith. Kicks it outside on his own speed. Gets down about the 15-yard line. Good pursuit there by Tinora as they came all the way across the field.
That's true enough. I think Paul Smith is a marked man, and he starts going in motion. He's seemingly got plenty of defenders kind of tracking his motion there.
All right, Tigers will use a timeout with 16 seconds to go. Ball on the 15-yard line. And Jim, the possibilities that you can run off the threat of Paul Smith with all the middle screens and the inside reverses and the bootlegs, of course, from the quarterback.
And a talented, savvy quarterback running the offense. I mean, I tell you what, I'd hate to try and figure out a way to defend these Tigers.
Yeah, and it's only the future looks bright for the offense this season. But as we talk about the offense, let's really get to what has really set the table. The Tiger defense has simply smothered everything Tinora has thrown at them.
They have indeed. I think they had a couple of pass plays early on that maybe moved the chains a couple times, maybe 1 or 2 runs. But boy, aside from that, Tiger defense has slammed the doors. I'm telling you, it's almost like the front wall of Tigers, including our defensive ends that we're liking so much here tonight, is doing such a job that our secondary isn't even getting tested, Spike.
Oh, absolutely. We've got a veteran defense, and then the kids that are new have stepped up and done a great job.
Yeah.
All right, here it is. 4th and we'll call it 8 yards to go. Final play of the drive for Liberty Center unless they convert. 16 seconds. Here is a quick drop over the middle. Caught! And by Babcock, he's in! He's in! Yes, it's another Tiger touchdown!
Yeah.
Wow, Jim, what a timing play there!
Oh, its quarterback just threw an absolute strike right in stride. His cousin Brett Babcock just caught that ball.
Yep, Babcock was lined up just outside the end and a little kind of in a slot and just did that quick 5 and across the middle on that inside slant. Perfect timing, and it's a Tiger score from 15 yards away.
Yeah, the defenders were looking for Smith and also Casey Bodenbender, and, well, you just couldn't cover all of them, and a good throw by the Tigers.
Yep, you couldn't have said it any better there, Jim. They're just too many weapons. All right, good snap, good hold, good set down, kick drives, up, and good. That time Bobby Black got his foot into it. And Jim, I expected a Liberty Center win, but not to the point where the Tigers have dominated like they have so far.
Tigers were successful in the scrimmages, Spike, and they played Anthony Wayne. And if I'm correct, I think that's a Division II school, and the Tigers, I thought, looked real well against them.
Oh, absolutely. Tigers lead it now 40-6 with 11 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
You know, so much of first game is like preparation of what you've been doing in the summer. Have you lifted the weights? Have you ran? Have you conditioned? Have you prepared? And I would say the Tigers have measured up in all those categories here, Spike.
Oh, absolutely. They have really. I mean, it's just amazing to see the potential. I mean, we've already seen what they can do, but the potential of what they can continue to do.
And that's coaching. You know, I mean, it's hot. You know, people, they don't want to work so hard maybe, but, hey, it'll pay big dividends. And I'm telling you, the Tigers are seemingly got that all behind them. They just want to play some football.
Jimmy, while we're winding down here in the second quarter, I'm going to throw one out to the fans. I've got a challenge. If anybody can name every play-by-play, every color guy, and every cameraman that has been in the booth, so to speak, for Liberty Center since the inception of NCTV5 in 1995, 1996, if somebody can name all of those for me, we're going to give you a gift certificate of, let's just call it $30 at any of our sponsors, your choice. If they can name every cameraman, every play-by-play.
I think that's a good, fair contest there, Spike. Now, you going to set a time limit on that? I mean,
hey, we'll run that. We'll run it till the end of the season. And at the end of the football season, if we have multiple winners, then we'll pick them out of a hat. But I've just got a hunch that we may not have a winner. We may not have anybody be able to name all.
And, of course, members and previous members of TV5 would be disqualified from...
oh, well, yes, that stands to reason.
Usual
yes.
Proper rules there.
All right, so the end of the first half, Liberty Center leads at 40-6. We'll be back with the halftime stats. Okay, quickly here, we'll get the stats as we go. As much as we can get in, we'll squeeze it in between plays. First downs, Liberty Center had 7. Tinora had 4. So not a big domination there. Time of possession, Liberty Center out of 24 minutes. Liberty Center had the ball for 15 and a half minutes. Tinora 8.5 minutes. All right, getting set for the kickoff here. As we said, Smith and Bodenbender deep, both back at about the 19-yard line. Here is a low bounding kick, and that's going to be picked up. Ranch return straight ahead. That's Brett Babcock, kicks it to the outside, down the sideline and all the way down to the 30-yard line. Brett Babcock, the short man, scooped it up at about the 35-yard line, ran into a pile of would-be Tinora tacklers, somehow squirted his way out, cut to the sidelines, and was finally brought down somewhere inside the 30-yard line.
Boy, what a way to
35, we're going to give it a 40-yard kickoff return down to the 25.
Spike, what a giddy-up start to the second half for the Tigers.
Oh, man, I was sitting here trying to figure out who had the football. That man was doing a piece of running for an up back.
Yep.
Okay, Tigers show one of their standard wing sets to the left. Here is the pitch. All right, Brett Babcock, no gain on the play. That'll bring up second down and 10. All right, now to get further here into the stats, Liberty Center rushed the ball 19 times for a total of 135 yards. About 7 yards a carry there. Passing, Brian Babcock, 3 out of 4 for 131 yards and 2 TD passes.
Wow.
So the Tigers with 266 yards of total offense on 22 plays. All right, deep pitch. And Slee trying to find, I believe that was Slee, trying to find a little running room. Sager, excuse me, 23, not 25. So the Tigers now faced with a 3rd down and 12, ball at the 26-yard line. Call it the 20, between the 26 and 27. Okay, Liberty, those 266 yards on 22 plays. Good for about 12 yards a play there. We'll get to Tinora here in a second, their offense. All right, double wing back set. Smith in motion right, gives straight ahead to Babcock. Twisting and turning, driving, pounding, spinning, stays on his feet, still on his feet, inside the 15-yard line, close to first down yardage. We're going to call it a 13-yard gain and a Tiger first down.
Oh, and some tough blocking in there, Spike. I'm telling you, those guys were just riding those green shirts backwards, and that's the way to do it. Plus the in-motion play of Paul Smith had linebackers' attention. Well, it was a decoy, but that's a viable part of our offense.
Foot, Huffman, Black at center, and then on the other side, of course, Kyler Carpenter, Kyle Hesterman. Here is the give. Nice cut there by Sager. Twists and battles his way down inside the 5-yard line, down around the 5. We're going to call it a 6-yard gain. Again, another Tiger running back kept his head up, fouled his interference, and twisted down for, we're going to call it almost 7 yards on the play, so it'll be second down and a long 3. Now Tenora's offense. Tinora, 16 of 21 on the ground, 16 carries, 21 yards for 1.3 yards a carry, 4 of 9 passing for 37 yards, 20 plays, 58 yards. Give to Babcock, right side, dives in, over, touchdown Liberty, sir! Jimmy, the Tigers offense, the blocking, either side of the football, it doesn't matter. That time off the right side behind Carpenter and Hesterman, Casey Bodenbender, and Babcock simply just blasted his way through and into the end zone. Yeah. 46-6.
And it's like the Tigers have got players they haven't even used yet, Spike, that can do those kind of things. Like Sager in there making some nice runs from his spot in there. And another one that's a little bit nicked up right now is John Greitman, number 34, that can get her done.
That's right. We'll see more of him as the season progresses when he heals up. Well, snap is good. Hold good, kick is up and good again by Bobby Black. He's 5 out of 7 on the night. Tigers now up their lead to 47-6. All right, now we'll complete the stats. So Tinora, 58 total yards of offense on 20 plays, 2.8 yards per play, and Liberty Center on the other hand averaging about 12.5 yards per play.
Yeah, Tinora had a little success very early on there, Spike, but once the Tigers got those initial hits out of the way and just dug in there and got her done.
Yeah, they had some first downs early. You know, they got into Tiger territory twice, and but the crusher, Tigers led it 20-6, and it was Moeller's 62-yard fumble return that broke the back of the Rams.
Yeah. What about the turnovers for the first half, Spike? What did they come up with there?
The Tigers had that one turnover, and Tinora had the fumble and the interception by Casey Bodenbender. Both those obviously turned into scores. Receptions, Moeller 1 for 33, Casey Bodenbender 1 for 41, and Brett Babcock 1 for 16 yards. Scoring, on the defensive side of the football. All right, Black, low line drive kick, bounding around, picked up there at the 20 to the 25, hit and dropped almost immediately. Down at the bottom of that, number 54, Seth Weekers. Let's see.
Number 4 coming up there.
Yep, number 4. Another one to be on the looking out for on the horizon, Wes Shoemaker.
Yeah.
Fine athlete for the Tigers. Okay, tackles. Number 64, and it's no surprise, Kyle Hesterman led the way. 7 tackles and a sack. Number 73, Bobby Black. 5 tackles, 2 unassisted. Brett Babcock had 5 tackles. Casey Bodenbender had 4 tackles, 2 unassisted. Paul Smith, 4 tackles. And Seth Weekers, number 54, had 3 tackles to lead the Tigers. Scoring went this way. Tinora, 54-yard fumble return at the 8:18 mark of the first period. And then Liberty Center promptly came right back with that explosion. Paul Smith, number 28, 81-yard kickoff return for a score. And then at the 5:10 first period mark, It was Paul Smith again on an 18-yard run into the end zone. Tigers led at that point 20-6. 11:51 mark of the second period. It was Brian Babcock to Casey Bodenbender, 41-yard touchdown. Both those catches, Moeller and then Casey Bodenbender, tremendous jobs stripping the ball away from the defender. Now give off the left side, pursuit by Smith. And Paul Smith finally hauls him down after a 20-yard gain, and that'll put the ball at around the Tiger 40-yard line.
Spike, thus far the Tiger defense is pitching a goose egg.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the only score against them, as you reported there, was a fumble pickup by Tinora. So
yeah, it's only been a handful of plays like that for about 15 or 20 yards that the Tigers have been susceptible to, and I think a lot of that is going to come with just being on the field together, doing it time after time after time, getting used to each other and where everybody's going to be. All right, now Tinora at Liberty Center, just inside Liberty Center's 40-yard line, wide out to this side, out of the standard running back set. And Tinora gets down to just inside the 35, gain of 5 yards. Okay.
Babcock on the tackle there.
Brian or Brett?
Huh.
No, they're going to call Weakers.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, those are hard to call, and
It's getting just a little hazy here as you look over into the lights, so those numbers are a little harder to pick. What do you got there, Spike?
All right, now the rest of the scoring, and here's the real backbreaker. Tinora had got the ball down at the Tigers inside their 30 when Moeller had that 62-yard fumble return for a score. That at the 9.5-minute mark of that second period. And then at 3:19, Tigers got the ball back again, and it was Brett Babcock on a dazzling 20-yard run into the end zone. And then the scoring was finished off. Liberty Center got the ball with about 2 minutes to go near midfield, and that drive capped off by Brian Babcock toss to Brett Babcock for the 16-yard score, and the Tigers led at half 40-6.
Yep. Well, a good report there. Who are your stats people?
Very good. The Overmeyer clan, Tom Overmeyer, John Overmeyer, and nephew Tom's sister's son, Engler. John Engler's son.
Boy, I can't think of his name.
I can't
Anyway,
either.
let's just say the Overmeyer clan.
Mike Engler, very good. That came from a Dallas Cowboy fan. I give him a lot of credit for being able to recall such tough facts. He's got that big star in his eyes. And
anyway, if the Overmeyer clan
man by the name of Sharp, if you can figure out who that is. All right. With the ball, good penetration by Weaker, slowed the running back down. Hesterman. Hesterman got in there, slowed the back down.
Also 23.
So
Sager.
Now they've got Carpenter and Foot. But,
I don't know. I don't know if he sees it any better than we do, Spike.
No. Oh, a little play action. Now they're going to throw the home run ball. Caught. No, over his head, through the hands. Paul Smith got back there, but the pass was in a position that may have been catchable, but just out of their outstretched hands.
Yeah, boy, I just love Paul's acceleration there. That Tinora Ram had a little separation there as a result of his running a good pattern. And boy, Paul turns around.
Yeah, Paul closed
I
fast.
mean, he just plain got there.
Yeah, well, they ran that play action, got maybe Paul to hitch a little bit, and the receiver had that little hitch, and then he just flat out ran past Paul. And it's good to see that now. Get used to it. See what's coming off.
Yep. Well, they've got to get tested back there.
All right, Tinora abandoning that I formation. They've got the pro set. Give to the first back through. He powers straight ahead. We may have a fumble on the play, but now I believe they retain possession.
Yeah, number 8 got a piece of him as he was going through there, too. That'd be our quarterback, Brian Babcock, seeing action on both sides of the ball, as do many of the Tigers.
Yeah, Tigers are going to have to be well conditioned this year, I think, because as the season wears on, you're going to get a few more of these guys back into the lineup. Espinoza and down the road McClure, Spicer, who will see some action, John Greitman, who so far I don't believe has made an appearance. But why take a chance? That quick hitter and into the end zone, Tinora.
Just about had him, but it was a good pass play, and you're not going to get them all stopped. But
well, and that's a tough pass to defend, because if you can get the defensive back spread wide enough and you make that quick in-cut on that hard slant, that is the type of pass that's given, it gives all teams trouble. But remember when Seth Atkinson played, and we had those great teams, state championship team. Patrick Henry used that play, and it was successful for, a fair amount of the time.
Well, PH still makes a living off those pass plays.
All right, kick up for Tinora is good. So the score stands at the 5:43 mark of the third period. Liberty Center 47, Tinora 13.
Tinora went 63 yards. Going to kick off.
Okay, Liberty Center with that starting unit, the kickoff return team in there. Now low pounding kick picked up at the 23-yard line by Bodenbender, and Bodenbender spilled there at the 36-yard line, where the Tigers will take over there.
Yeah, good open field tackle by the Tinora.
Well, and we didn't see Bodenbender flinch any. He took him head on.
Well, now you kind of have to wonder, with the 47-13 lead, whether Rex will start playing a lot of people. The fans want to see that, and of course we all do, but on the other hand, you want that offense to get smooth, feel smooth. And
well, in answer to that, we've got Andrew Hill, number 20, in there at wingback. Here's the give straight ahead, powering and bursting his way through Sager. A nice piece of running there as he maneuvers and works his way upfield, a gain of about 11 on the play, and we're going to have a Tiger first down up at about the 48-yard line.
Also under center there at quarterback is number 9, Jordan Perdue.
Yeah, Jordan Perdue, a nice athlete, up-and-coming potential star for Liberty Center.
Oh, he looked good against Anthony Wayne scrimmage there, Spike. I made a mental note of that there.
All right, Tigers in a standard wing package left. Hill in motion right. Here is the give to Hefflinger, number 3. And he powers straight ahead for about, we're going to call it 4 on the play. Inside Tinora Ram territory at the Ram 49-yard line. So a gain of 4, second down and 6. Now we've got an official's timeout on the field. Center comes to the line of scrimmage now in that wingback set to the left. Here is the give to Sager off the right side. He breaks the one tackle and hit by a host of Rams, but still manages to pick up a couple on the play. It'll bring up third down, and we're going to call it a short 5 yards. Gain of 3, we'll call it third down and 4. Tigers need to get to the Tinora 43-yard line for a first down.
Bob Shady. We know him as Bob Shady, but a little bit richer as a result of the 50-50 draw
well,
tonight.
Good deal.
4 to 46. Third and a long 3.
Wing package set to the right. Here is the fake roll out. Perdue looks upfield, throws. He's got a man open. Moeller caught at the 28, down the sideline, and into the end zone. Another Tiger touchdown. Jim, when are they going to stop?
I don't know.
53 to 13.
Everybody on this orange and white sideline here. The Tigers just won a piece of the action. That was a nice strike he threw under considerable pressure to Jason Moeller.
Yeah, that a 46-yard touchdown pass, again, to world-class sprinter speed. Jason Moeller on the play action. Good job by Jordan Perdue as he laid it on the money. So the Tigers with their kick team in there. Set, snap, low, handled well by Babcock. High, booming kick by Black, and floats off to the left. Well, snap was low, and that automatically kind of puts you in a bad way because Babcock has to recover the snap, handle it, get it down.
Yeah.
So now at the 3:40 mark, 53-13, the Tigers, who, by the way, have dropped down into Division 6 this year by just a couple of boys.
Yeah.
And Tinora, a Division 5 school.
Be a division or more ahead of the Tigers.
All right, booming kick taken down there at the 16-yard line, return straight ahead a little tentatively, but he stays on his feet and gets up around the 35 where the Tinora Rams will take over. One interesting note, Delta has dropped down to Division 5, just barely, an awful big Division 5. Montpelier, a Division 5. They used to be a 6. They were the, for a few years, they were the smallest school in the league. They stole that from the Tigers for 3 or 4 years, but now Liberty Center again, officially the smallest school in the NWOAL.
How about the girls? How does that apply to the girls when they counted the girls in the upper 3 grades? Like for,
well, of course,
that's program.
totally separate from the boys.
Yeah,
so,
I realize that.
I know the girls, I think they've been pretty much Division 4 right along in 4 division setup. Well, Quigley that time manhandling the running back. No gain on the play. Also credit given to Derek Hefflinger. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 9.
No gain on the play.
Defensive backfield, we've got Perdue over here on this side. Wes Shoemaker, the safety, out in the middle, and Hill, number 20, the cornerback on the other side.
Also, Derek Hefflinger in the center there is a safety, number 3, Spike.
Okay.
3rd and 10.
Number 77, Joe Honaki,
Mike Huffman,
a sophomore.
Mike Huffman, number 57, going in to replace Jason Moeller, who's had himself quite a night on defense and offense.
Yep. And here, now we talk about Huffman, you know, he's a starter. Maybe you want to think about getting him out, but he's got some playing time to catch up with.
He
does. He
does.
needs to see the field a lot right now. Rolling out to the left, in trouble. Hesterman chases pass high, and that'll be incomplete. Good coverage over there by the Tigers as they surround the ball. Hill on the defense. Also Honaki out there amongst several others.
Yeah. Well, the Tinora definitely has a nice facility for hosting football games, Spike. It's ample room.
Yep. Beautiful field.
Yeah, and the fans are quite a ways away from the field, but what can you say?
All right, 4th down and 9 yards to go. Tinora in punt formation.
Too much time.
Flag on the play.
Number 3 is Hefflinger, and I believe Shoemaker on the other side. High punt, high spiraling punt. Moving back is Hefflinger, up the left side, follows a block, nice cut inside of that, off to the right, and down inside the 45, down near the 40-yard line.
Nifty little return there by Hefflinger.
About a 20-yard return. Yeah, he followed there was a real nice block there, cut it up inside, picked up an extra 7 yards. Mentioned quickly, Landis Utopia Burmeister on the camera work tonight, doing a tremendous job for the Tigers.
What is a Burmeister?
It's a utopia. All right, Tigers come out with Hefflinger and I believe Sager in the backfield. Wing right set with Hill over there on the right side. Here is the give to the second back through. Yeah, Sager, number 23. Kind of an all-purpose player for Liberty Center. See some action at linebacker, now at running back. So
Yeah.
the Tigers, you know, with some good depth, even though numbers are a little slim.
Oh, Spike, on that last play, I watched the offensive line fire out, and I'm telling you, those were some hungry young men. They just stayed low, and they were going about the business of their assignments, and you just love to see that. There's nobody phoning it in out there.
All right, ball at the 36-yard line, 2nd down and 7. Back to Purdue, back to throw, and just over the reach of Wes Shoemaker. Purdue did a good job of looking off the intended receiver.
He did.
Rolling right, looking away, and then turned and fired to Shoemaker just over his head. But he had to put the ball there to get it over the defender. So a well-thrown pass, although incomplete.
It was, and he showed great arm strength there. I mean, he just
Good point.
cranked that ball out there on a nice trajectory.
All right, Purdue comes from the sideline with the next play. 3rd down and 7, the ball at Tenora's 36. 1:38 to go, 3rd period. Hill spread wide to the far side, Shoemaker on this side. Lone setback is Sager. Now the give on a reverse to Hill. Hill makes a nice cut, stays on his feet, battles inside the 20-yard line and down to the 17. A gain of 19 yards and well more than enough for a Tiger first down. You know, these guys are valuable. You take a Hill like that. That kid can come in and play different positions. He's a hard hitter.
Yeah.
He's quick. And it's just good to know that you've got people that can step in.
Yeah. Well, like on special teams, you can't block him.
Absolutely.
He will not stay blocked.
All right, man in motion, Hill. Give coming the other way to Sager. Cuts off the right side. Another man down inside the 5 and all the way down to the 3-yard line. 14-yard gain for Sager. Sager cut off that right side. Changed directions. Jimmy shifty. Nice piece of running.
Tigers are stacked with ball carriers. I think they've got good overall team quickness. I mean, I don't know what their 40 times are or whatever, but stacked up against this green-shirted Tinora team, Tigers looks like they got the edge on speed, Spike.
Yep. And, of course, you got Bobby Black anchoring the line of center into the end zone.
Sager.
Ryan Sager from 3 yards out finishes off the drive for Liberty Center. How fittingly, several nice runs from scrimmage by Ryan. Tigers go up now 59-13.
Yep, and that offensive line just plain doing a job, Spike, staying down, carrying out their assignments and pushing those Rams backwards.
All right, in on special teams, we've got Matt Tamarine, a senior, on this in their right guard. Good snap, good hold, kick is up and
perfect.
Stays inside, up good. Bobby Black scores again, 60-13 Liberty Center, and we've still got 43 seconds remaining in the 3rd period.
Bobby, big thing, you're doing this, I'm doing that, and coming together, it works so well.
Bobby Black, I see a low line drive, down around the 20-yard line. And not much there. Well, up to about the 30. We'll give him about a 18-yard return.
73.
31-yard line, return 14 on the play.
Mr. Black, the kicker.
Perchlik on the tackle.
All right. Press box gives Perchlik a tackle.
Okay.
Jacob Perchlik is another name that we're going to hear often this year on special teams.
Congratulations to Joe Strikeman.
Perchlik, number 78, has also saw plenty of action both sides of the ball. All right, into the game for the Tigers. Number 88, I believe that's Adam Quigley, 205-pound sophomore. And a give off left side, hit by Sager. And a gain of about 6-7 on the play. as the third quarter clock slowly winds down.
Yeah, Andrew Hill now seeing action at the right corner over there, Spike.
Yeah. All right, we'll get some more numbers here as we can pick them out of the crowd, out of the huddle now. Back to action, in trouble, now throws the desperation pass. Wes Shoemaker picks it off, stays on his feet, and finally brought down. Wes Shoemaker got back there. He was the deep safety. He stayed with the ball, made the grab in a crowd, and the Tigers will take over.
I think Andrew Hill, number 20, was right there too.
Yeah, there was double coverage.
Yep, Tigers had that play defended very well, and quarterback just kind of put her out there.
Well, now here's something you really don't want to see. One of the Tinora Rams starters, number 3, obviously I don't have his name. Here it is, Luke Mitchell, has been in there the whole game. And no matter whose team it is, you don't want to see an injury here, especially when the game has been pretty much decided some time ago.
Yeah, pretty warm for those boys.
Purdue leads the team out of the huddle as he continues to head the Tigers up here at the quarterback position. They've got the ball with 11:49 to go in the game at their own, 36-yard line after the interception by Shoemaker. Give to the second back. Hefflinger cuts outside, looks for running room, and battles his way forward up across the 40 to about the 42. We're going to give him a gain of, we'll call it 6 yards.
You know that Hefflinger can pick him up and put him down, as it were, Spike. I mean, he covers ground quickly.
Yeah, and Hefflinger only a sophomore, so that's good to see. Tigers need that sophomore class, to help fill in the cracks.
That's exactly the case, and that's where our current quarterback out there, Mr. Purdue, is the member of that class.
All right, wing right set. And fake to Hefflinger, get to the first back through. What a burst of speed, straight ahead by, I believe, Hill. No, Sager, excuse me.
Yep.
Yeah, Hill as a wing back. Sager. Now that was great. Quick burst of speed, straight up the middle.
That was nice ball handling there by our quarterback. Boy, that just had to be pretty smooth. And these are quick backs he's got out there now.
Yeah, I think we're seeing a very talented, what was mostly the JV squad last year. Very successful JV squad, by the way.
Yeah, there's a lot of numbers and a lot of talent on that sophomore class, Spike. There's just a lot of those boys, and they can't wait for their chance.
Jacob Perchlick at center, number
20.
On a reverse, Hill around the left side and scoots his way inside the 35 down to the 33-yard line. Gain of 12. And that's going to be enough for another Tiger first down. Jim, they're at a tough angle to pick out the lineman's numbers here, so we'll have to go as we can.
Yeah.
Perchlick at center, number 78, and we'll try to catch the rest of the interior linemen.
Yeah, those boys need mention. They're doing a nice job of what they've practiced to do.
Oh, absolutely. All right, Hill out here as a wing back right, goes in motion left. Straight ahead give to Sager. Sager pounds off the left side down to about the 30-yard line. Gain of about 3 on the play. Bring up second down and 7. 9:50 to go in the ball game. Now, Tigers got a left-footed spot. That'll make it, we're going to go back and make it a 2nd and 8.
Yeah, one thing about those left-footed spots, next week we get to play on our home turf, Spike, and you know what that means in terms of our chain gang.
Oh, boy. Yeah, and they're ready to go, too. I talked to Jim Wise tonight, and he's pretty excited. Well, that time Tinora gambled a little bit, got into the Tiger backfield, and throws Sager for about a 3-yard loss. So that'll bring a 2-yard loss. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, now our chain gang, unlike many other chain gangs throughout the area, goes through strenuous 2-a-day practices there.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, there's no day at the beach.
Right.
Mike Mann, a tough enforcer, he was a highway patrolman for 30-plus years.
That guy
in his 39th year as the head of the chain gang for the Tigers.
He doesn't look that old, Spike.
Well, no, but
gotta be wrong.
He's a tough cookie.
Yeah.
Give off to Hefflinger. Hefflinger driving keeps his feet underneath him and stays down, or stays up and gets down inside the 30-yard line to the 28-yard line, we'll call it.
Yeah.
So a gain of about, we'll call it 7 on the play. It'll bring up 4th down and about 5 to go.
Yep, boy, this Jordan Purdue can direct traffic out there in a pretty proper and forthright manner, Spike.
Yep. And his father was a quarterback for Liberty Center back about, well, let me see, boom, 23, 24 years ago.
They'll be back there a while.
All right, in motion, Hill. Give to Hefflinger again. Hefflinger inside the 25. But I believe the Tigers are going to come up short, and I believe the ball will be turned over to Tinora at the 7:57 mark in the 4th period.
Around, you know, coaches look things over and think, you know, let's try this guy, let's try that guy.
Hit, oh boy. Let me see if we can figure out the lineman there. That may have been Honacki, number 78, made the first hit.
Yeah.
Or, well, see, I'm not sure. It could have been Quigley, too.
Yeah, I think Tinora has got their younger troops out there right now, Spike.
Yep. All right, checking into the lineup, number 69, Joe Spicer, an interior lineman, a junior.
52, Matt Tamarine being replaced.
Now somebody on the Tinora Ram line moved.
Running backs are Cody Helmke and Matt J. Wagner. Guy Timber, wide right.
All right, second play from scrimmage. Nothing there at all. The Tigers continue to bottle up the Rams running game.
Yeah. Spike.
Jim, and that's the thing. Like we've mentioned this several times, but we'll say it again. The Rams, they busted a few plays for 15 or 20 yards, but you know, when the end of the grind, the play after play after play, Liberty Center has just totally dominated their running game.
Well, Spike, stats will bear out that there's only been 1 touchdown scored on the Tiger defensive team from the line of scrimmage. So,
Yes.
so I'll tell you, that's quite a shellacking hung up there by the Tiger defense. But to the credit of these boys out there now, and I'm sure the camera work is going to show you exactly who they are and how they're playing. You can hear the leather pop, those pads cracking clear up here with the score 60-13. But that's a program for you. I mean, these Tigers can't wait to get out there and be a part of it.
Now, I may have confused another number here, 78, Jacob Perchlik. He's another one that's been around the ball, 78, Jacob Perchlik. And I believe Huffman, I may have called Mark Huffman instead of Mike. So my apologies again there as we try to get acclimated to the new
Joe Honacki's out there, too.
That's number 77.
Yeah.
High punt, and that's going to take a sideways hop. Tigers get away from it, but they'll take over in Tinora Ram territory at the 44-yard line. Liberty Center, 1st and 10, 5.5 minutes to go. And now I believe they're going to bring in the freshman unit.
Damian Mays, number 7 out there right now. Number 5,
Patrick Brown, I believe, is the quarterback. Coming out at center, and number 62, Brandon Stacy.
Patrick Brown, the quarterback.
All right, give off the left side. Hey, stays on his feet, doing some battling. Brandon Butler.
Yep, number 35.
Brandon Butler, if I'm not mistaken, might be the younger brother of our
Brett Butler?
Yeah, right, Jim. Yeah. But the wild man from Borneo last year, number 71.
Come on, what's his name?
No,
Yeah. No, there was a Butler last year that really lit it up on defense.
Yes.
It's like we wondered where's he been.
Hey, nice cut, quick move. Number 6, Andy Spees. Hit the line quick.
More
Tinora closed
fresh troops
fast.
coming in there. 44 in there now. Carl roars.
All right, 3rd down and about, we'll call it a long 7 on the play.
Jacob Clapp now coming out of the game there.
Jacob's number
65.
All right, 65
Yeah.
was in there as
Yeah.
a guard for Liberty. Tigers hustle to the line, 4:11 to go. All right, Tigers in a wing package to the right. Tries to kick it outside. Wow, just grabbed the shirt tail to haul him down.
Yeah, Brandon Butler on the carry there, number 35. All right, more fresh troops coming in there. Number 11 in there now, Mark O'Neill. Everybody's in this. Number 50 coming off, hustling there. Paul Snow. We don't want any snow yet, Spike. It's only August. Nevertheless.
All right, 3:27, clock running. Tigers with the football at the Tinora 42, 4th and 8. Wide out to either side. Punt, end over end, taken down there at about the 14-yard line. And great coverage! Smackarino! Number 7, Damian Moss. I believe that's the name.
22.
Number 7,
No. I think it was 22 was in on that.
yeah, 22 came from this side, and number 7, Damian Moss, I believe that's his name, a little blurred printing, came from the other side and laid a lick on him. So Tinora with one last possession, I believe, at the 3:09 mark. I just realized.
Rams on offense here. Tigers going to have some action trying to get them stopped here with 3 minutes flat to go in this ball game.
Adam Quigley, I believe, number 88. Good-sized young man there for the Tigers. I believe a sophomore.
Second and 10.
Well, the Tigers with
Good pressure on the line
looks
there.
to me about second unit defense in there, kind of pretty much 8 up Tinora. Tinora, I'm sure, with
Lost back to the 13.
probably the freshman in there now.
Tenora's going to have to watch it, or they'll be hard pressed to keep it out of safety.
Yeah, a couple more plays like that.
Yeah.
Tinora now with a 3rd and 12, ball at the, we'll call it the 13-yard line, their own 13. Hill out here on defense on this side. Shoemaker, the safety.
Boy, nothing doing there. 77 getting off the tackle on that play. He had considerable help, but Joe Honacki.
Jacob Clapp into the game on the punt return team up off the line of scrimmage. Number 65. Back deep, number 3, Derek Hefflinger. And on the other side, looking for that one. Could be Shoemaker. I believe it's Shoemaker. Wes Shoemaker, number 4. Tigers could get a return here. Now Shoemaker's going to call for the fair catch. And the Tigers may pretty much let the game play itself out here. We're under a minute left.
Spike, when was the last time we scored 60 points in a season opener?
Oh, my.
I mean, I know it's been done, but wow, that's a lot of points.
Carl Roars, a running back freshman, now into the game, number 44. Hustling out, Jacob Clapp with a pretty good burst of speed.
Yes, sir.
Gets off the field in time. Tigers come to the line of scrimmage. Led by Patrick Brown, the quarterback. Give to the first back through. And I believe that was Brandon Butler.
Number 11's out there, Mark O'Neill.
Yeah, Chris Butler, I believe, was our man last year that did some pretty solid busting of heads.
Tim Overmeyer coming off also.
Now in there, a running back. Uh-oh, give straight ahead. Lots of running room there. Nice piece of
31,
running.
Jacob Howard.
Gain of about 7 on the play, and that's going to be the ball game. Clock runs out. Tigers on top, 60-13. As I started to say, maybe not so much yet this year, but I think that we're going to see a lot of